Hello, beautiful dreamers. So I'm here. This is 6 days after chemo. And I thought I would just come on and talk about, what it really means to be on chemo. So I don't have any immune system left now. So I'm hiding out at home. I've got a relative that's in my bubble with a cold, so I can't go anywhere near that relative. My bubble shrunk. Just shrunk right down. Something that happens is it stops fast-growing cells. Your skin is a fast-growing cell. So my eyes are so dry. But I feel emotionally good. I feel like I'm just learning so much from this experience, and I'm gaining wisdom. I had a big chat with Melissa today, who I talk to quite often, Melissa Ribronia. Recently married Henschel, Melissa Ribronia Henschel. Anyway, I'm growing so much from this experience. I feel like every day I'm learning something, and every day I feel like, the dysfunctions and things that I haven't dealt with are getting dealt with. And it's been very powerful for me to go through this whole process. I thought I was going to go through it really strong, and emotionally I'm very strong. But physically it's weak, and I think it's important for me to be weak right now in order for me to learn what I need to learn in this process. When I had the surgery, I had it on July 22nd, and they said that I would be recovered in 5 weeks. Well, unfortunately, if you've been following along with me, you know that I had a seroma, which means that the wound didn't close. But that makes sense because it was a total hysterectomy, and the uterus had become quite enlarged, and actually the one ovary had become really quite enlarged. And basically, on July 22nd, I delivered twins, essentially, like full-term twins, bigger than full-term, overdue twins. So it makes sense that the wound wouldn't necessarily heal so quickly. And so that's one of the things that I'm learning right now is I want to push forward and be so strong. But often where we learn the most, where I've learned the most, is in weakness, and to be, just to be vulnerable. And I've just had to be vulnerable in this process. So I'm 6 days out of chemo. I know my pictures all look great, and I think that I think I look pretty good for a girl 6 days out of chemo, and still healing a wound. But this is what it looks like. This is the vulnerability of what it looks like. So my hair is doing pretty good because it had all fallen out in the first rounds of chemo, and then I had the surgery. So I had this break, and then chemo hair just grows so fast, right? So that's all fallen out. But look at this. It's kind of cute. Hey, it's kind of cute, this buzz cut. I went to the barber and had it done professionally before chemo. And they just do such a good job. Oh my gosh, there's a reason to pay a professional money to do professional things, because they just got the little crown so perfectly and everything. I wish you could feel it. It feels like velvet. But in about 8 days, this is gonna fall out, and that's okay. It's okay to lose it. I'm excited to see what my hair is gonna look like when it does finally come in. They say that a lot of people grow back really curly hair. Oh my God, I would love to have curly hair. That would be so fun to have curly hair. So we'll see if I have curly hair. And, it's mostly white. I'd love for it to come in all white. Hey, I can finally be a blonde. That would be so fun. So while I'm healing this wound, they put on a a type of dressing. So I'm actually attached to a machine, and I'll show you the machine. So this is it. This is the machine. And it's called a negative pressure wound machine. And it's got these little tubes, and the tube actually goes into my clothes and right onto my belly. So that's how they're healing the wound right now. And that's, a whole new thing. So I'm sleeping with this thing. I named him Jeff. If I'm going to sleep with someone and spend 24/7, I named him Jeff. So this is my new boyfriend. He's here for a good time, but not a long time. But it's been good to have this, and my wound really made a huge jump just before the chemo, because I just got my immune system back. Our immune system is so important. There's been little bumps along the way, and I'm not out of the woods, but I feel like I'm out of the woods, if you know what I mean. I do feel like in my heart, I feel so strong. And in my spirit, I feel so strong. In my family, I feel so strong. I can see right here, I can see family there. I see you, Randy. Thank you. I feel so supported. I feel so supported by everybody. It's been such a surprise. And, one thing about this whole thing is thank you, Jennifer. I never would have known. I would never have known how much love is in the world for me. You don't have a clue. And I'm just looking at the people who are watching right now, and maybe you didn't know how much love I have for you. What a shocker. All this secret love just out here available. So I feel that. And that's really, I think, a lot of what's been healing me so quickly, because I do feel like I'm healing so quickly. I've kind of gone back to work. I know it seems crazy. I'm going to be speaking at a conference on October 24th, Sunday, October 24th. An online conference, obviously. But it's, it's oh, wow, here I am. And, thank you, Stephanie. I love you too. It feels, there's my inner dialogue is nobody cares about me. So wow, this certainly proved me wrong. This proved me wrong. My core inner dialogue can shut the fuck up. It's not true. And I have proof that people definitely care about me. And it's so lovely. Yeah. So that's what's going on. During chemo, something that happens is everything gets weak, right? And bones get weak. And so I've had these, I've had to have extra treatments on my bones, and magnesium treatments. And then I've had to have treatments for my cells. That, it's you don't know about these things until you're in the midst of that. It's okay, I'll have a magnesium treatment, and then, actually a magnesium treatment is very painful. It's okay, so I have to have this pain, and then they say, okay, but you have to do it again. Okay, I have to do this pain again. So then it's okay, I already know this pain, and I can be with it, and I can be strong, and I know that people have my back. It makes such a powerful difference. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you. I really feel that. Thank you. And I know that in this weakness, in the past I've been I wouldn't want to show my weakness to anybody. I didn't want to. Even with doing like tons of personal growth and training people and telling people for years, vulnerability is the strongest place you can be. The strongest you can be is in your feelings. The strongest you can be is feeling. And yet there was a hesitation for me to be weak. So, as much as this whole situation has kind of, it's just thrown a huge monkey wrench into my life, and my physicality and my fitness and my finances, everything. But I really feel like being weak has made me the strongest I've ever been, just emotionally, and the strongest I've ever been in my relationships. It feels deeply, deeply powerful, and I've been so grateful. I get to see my little great niece. I have a little great niece and a little great nephew. And, sometimes I think, like, what if something takes me out? Like, literally, at this point, anything can take me out, right? So I was talking about the bone treatments, and I actually had an old filling that broke. And so, like, this is, an old filling that broke for someone with an immune system is fine, but with no immune system, like, this is an emergency. So I have to go for dental oncology. I didn't know there was dental oncology, but they've got it all covered, right? So, and they have to take care of it in a really special way, because right now I'm weak and I'm not even ready to rebuild yet. I have to still be in the state of weakness and stay in the state of weakness for a few weeks. And this is all to make sure, like, this is all future Tammy. This is all future Tammy, to take care of her, because they got everything out. So if you're wondering how it went, they got everything. And I saw my family physician, who was the one that found it. She was so happy. She couldn't wait to tell me, because, we don't get to see our OR notes, our operation notes, but she got to read the operation notes, and so she knew how successful everything was. And that girl saved my life, I'll tell you what. That girl saved my life. So, so I guess right now I'm really in the lesson of weakness being such a powerful teacher. Like, it would be normally a negative thing, but it's such a powerful teacher for me right now. And I'll keep sharing with you what I'm learning, just because it's so beautiful and so powerful. But I wanted to just come on and say, hey, I love you guys. I love you guys, and thank you for all your beautiful support. And really, it means the world to me. It is so huge. It means the absolute world to me. All the support that I've had through this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you. And I'll keep checking in. And thank you for checking in with me.